Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nettleton High School. Today it's Nettleton versus Pocahontas and high school baseball action. And we are underway. So glad that you're able to join us. Nettleton coming off a big win against West Memphis. They salvaged a split against the Blue Devils. Today it's the Pocahontas Redskins. DJ Coffee is leading off. He's the catcher. Wears number 7, bats from the right side. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, getting the start for Nettleton today. Maddox has emerged this year. Even though he's a freshman, he has emerged as the staff ace. He pitches the first game in the conference doubleheaders and has really done an outstanding job, especially for a 9th grader. The next delivery to DJ Coffee is fouled back to the screen. We're defensively for the Raiders across the infield. Caleb Tedder is the catcher. Ethan Duffel, Seth Bishop at short. That's a drive out to center field, but Landon Webb is there. Landon Webb hauls it in, and that is the first out of the game as DJ Coffee flies out to center field. Across the infield for Nettleton is Ethan Duffel, Seth Bishop at short, Ford Raffo at second, and Kobe Miller at first base. Left to right across the outfield for Nettleton is Zach Bishop, Landon Webb, and Willie Jensen. Now batting is Zane Hibbard, the shortstop. Bats from the left side. The first pitch to him. It's a ball, 1-0, and now the count. We're having some technical difficulties with the scoreboard, so I'll do my best to keep up with the count up here in my head, which is a very dangerous place. Here's the 1-0. To Hibbard from the Mad Dogs. Steve Reich. That's the Express right down central. 1-1 now the count. Beautiful day for baseball. It's 76 degrees and a little bit overcast. The 1-1 sails outside. 2-1 now the count. A little bit overcast, but that just means the sun is not in anybody's eyes. Wind blowing from right to left across the field. Here's the 2-1. Steve Reich called inside corner. Good pitch by the Mad Dog, and he pulls even in the count, 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Maddox Hampton has retired the first 2 that he has faced here in the top of the first inning. That one via the way of the strikeout. It'll bring up Jack Privet. Jack Privet is the second baseman. Where's number 4? Bats from the right side. He stands in against the Raider right-hander, the freshman, Maddox Hampton. He shakes off a couple of pitches. Steve Wright called. Be honest with you, I couldn't tell what he threw right there. Whatever it was a strike. That's the best pitch in baseball. 0-1. Looked like that might have been a breaking ball. It is 1-1. Ball 1, strike 1. To Jack Privet. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count. To the Redskins' second baseman. Ball just missed. Just outside. Missed by a hair. 2-2 now the count. Steve Wright called. He struck him out looking, and Privet stood there like a house by the side of the road and watched it go by. 3 up, 3 down for the Mad Dog, and nothing doing for the Redskins in the top of the first. We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, the Raiders will be coming up. Seth Bishop, Landon Webb, Zach Bishop leading off for Nettleton. You've tuned in to Raider Baseball on NTV. And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where it's scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Seth Bishop will be leading off for Nettleton. What a game Seth had his last outing, as he threw a no-hitter and had 3 hits as Nettleton defeated West Memphis 11-0. First pitch was a ball, 1-0 now the count. The pitcher for Pocahontas is Denton Singley. I hope I'm saying that name right. The 1-0 is inside. 2-0 now the count to Seth Bishop. Seth leading off today. The Raider lineup, it's Bishop, Landon Webb, Zach Bishop, Ethan Duffel, Ford Raffo, Maddox Hampton. As strike one catches the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Tedder, Kobe Miller, and Willie Jensen, the bottom 3. You would think I would know Kobe Miller's name, but I just called him Caleb Miller on here. It's my own dear son, and I got his name wrong. Swinging a tap down the third base line, foul, and we will reset. They're saying 3-2 is the count. You'll have to forgive us. For some reason, the scoreboard's not working, and I'm not going to lie to you. That's normally how I keep up with the count. The payoff pitch is hit foul over to the third base dugout. Oh. Here's the payoff pitch to the Raider leadoff hitter, Mega Seth Bishop. It's a curveball that did not curve, and it is a leadoff walk to Seth Bishop. Seth is at first base with nobody out, and it will bring up center fielder, Raider senior, Landon Webb. Landon playing with a broken left finger. Finger on his left hand is broken, but evidently he feels good enough to play. He's missed a couple of games, and thankfully he's back in the lineup. What a outstanding young man and a ball player he is, and he's beamed. Thankfully it didn't hit him on the left hand. It looks like it hit him on the left forearm. And now the umpire is saying he's calling him back. So evidently the home plate umpire felt like Landon leaned into that. Oh, actually, he said it hit the bat, so that would be a strike. Okay, I thought that he was saying that he might have leaned into it, but it hit the bat. That's a foul ball. You can't fault Landon for trying to trot down there with a free base. So this will be the 0-1 to Lando. Ball missed outside, 1-1 the count. Bishop going, swinging a high fly ball down the left field line. It is foul. One hop the wall. I thought he might have got himself a dinger right there, but Landon Webb trots back. He hit that ball hard, and the Raiders senior, who's got long ball pop, he had a home run as a freshman here at Nettleton, has yet to connect for his first home run this season. I thought he had one right there. Looks like he may be swinging for the fences. I'm joined in the broadcast booth today by Tyler Wheelis, Nettleton Jr., and he is directing the broadcast as well as calling color. Whenever he wants to say something, he'll jump right in, and that's a curveball that sails outside. And Tyler, thank you for helping us out today, my friend.
Well, yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Making his broadcasting debut. I don't know what the count is, but here's the next pitch to Landon Webb. It is a wild pitch, gets past the catcher, and Seth Bishop trots down to second base. He's there with nobody out. Wild pitch is how we score that. And Webb stands in with the runner in scoring position. Of course, for Landon Webb, he's in scoring position if he's in the batter's box. Next pitch to him. Steer right called, and Landon is going to have to trot back to the dugout. He thought it might have been a little bit outside, but the umpire is the one who makes that call, and he said that's strike 3. So a nice pitch there by Denton Singley to get Landon Webb. That will bring up Zach Bishop, the left fielder. He stands in with a runner on second and one down. The first pitch to him, fastball, swinging a base hit through the hole left side. They're going to send Bishop home. Seth Bishop trots in, and that's the first run of the ball game as Seth Bishop is plated by his younger brother. An RBI single by Zach Bishop. Just a good piece of hitting right there. Ball on the middle part, inside part of the plate, and he pulled it right through the old 5-6 hole somewhere up in baseball heaven. Tony Gwynn is nodding in affirmation. Good piece of hitting there by Zach Bishop. Bishop is at first. He's going. First pitch. Throw down to second is to the left side of the bag, and Zach Bishop slides in safely with a stolen base. Good to see the Raiders being aggressive on the base paths today. Defensively for Pocahontas, DJ Coffey is the catcher across the infield. Baltz at third, Hibbert at short, Privet at second, Caleb Sullivan at first. I'll tell you about the outfielders as soon as this next pitch. And it's a steer-right called. High strike to Ethan Duffel. Ethan didn't like it. Across the outfield, left to right, it's Clay Leapopper in left, Ty Menard in center, and Eli Risley in right. Next pitch to Duffel is grounded softly to short. He bobbles it. Zach Bishop advances to third, and we're going to have runners at the corners after the error. I'll score at E6. And it'll bring up Ford Raffo. Runners at first and third. One down for the sensational Raider freshman, Ford Raffo. He has really been swinging the stick well. The Raiders have one home run on the season, and it came from the bat of Ford Raffo. The ball is up and in, and Ethan Duffel trots down to second base. I'm going to give him a second base. It should be scored defensive indifference, but I'm the Nettleton scorekeeper. I'll just give him a stolen base, pat Ethan's stats a little bit. I'm glad that didn't hit Ethan. Next pitch to him is outside. 2-0 now to count. Ford Raffo, ninth grader. For anybody, any baseball fan in Northeast Arkansas, that name is very familiar to you. His father is Tommy Raffo. So you watch his ball three outside. 3-0 now the count to Ford. Ford's father, Tommy Raffo, is the longtime head baseball coach at Arkansas State University. Here's the 3-0. Steve Wright called. Ford was taken all the way. 3-1 now to count. Ford batting fifth in the lineup, playing second base. Singly kicks and fires, swinging a shot to short. They're going to try to get him at home. It's in time, and he is out. So fielder's choice, 6-2, as Zach Bishop is cut down at the plate. Zane Hibbard fired to DJ Coffey. DJ did a good job of getting that tag down, and ball beat him there. Tag was applied. Good play by the Pocahontas defense. They get the lead runner, and they prevent a run from scoring. Duffel advances to third, and it's first and third. I say that's Duffel. I'm assuming it is Ethan Duffel at third base. Ethan often catches, and on account of that, the courtesy run for him, but he is at third, and Ford Raffo at first. First and second, two down. Runner goes. A little pop foul out of play. And Maddox Hampton, the Raider batter. I don't know if I properly introduced Maddox. Maddox, the starting pitcher today. One of the two freshmen that's starting. Good young Raider baseball team. Future is bright for Raider baseball. Here's the next pitch to Maddox. Outside, it's a steer-right called. It must have clipped the outside corner. Was a breaking ball. Catcher caught it well outside the strike zone, but it was breaking away from Maddox, so it's not where he catches it. It's where it crosses the plate. That's another breaking ball. Maddox pops it down the right field line and foul.
For me, I'm not that good.
1-2 now to count. You ain't got to if you don't. Tyler Wheelis, our color guy, and he will pop in whenever he wants to. Next pitch to the Mad Dog. Missed just inside, almost hit him. Undoubtedly, there'll be somebody in the stands hollering, "You got to wear that one. You got to wear that one." Swinging a shot. Center field, it's down. It's a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the other. Ford Raffo scoots across, just almost run over Ethan Duffel, and that's a 2-run single by Maddox Sampton. He advances to second base on the throw as Ethan Duffel and Raffo come in to score. So Raffo stole a base and came in on the single. And it looks like they're going to have a courtesy runner for the Mad Dog. That will be number 2, Landon Montgomery. With 2 outs, runner on second, Caleb Tedder stands in. The first pitch to Caleb. That's a foul ball. Hit the bat. Might have hit the knob of the bat. 0-1 now the count. Had a couple of those plays in this bottom of the first inning. 3-0 Raiders. Swinging a little pop fly, shallow left center field with 2 outs. Landon Montgomery not running on the pitch. And doesn't matter as the ball is caught by the center fielder, and the Raiders pick up 3 runs in the top of the first inning on 2 hits. They strand a runner, and we have played 1. The Raiders lead 3-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds for more Raider baseball on NTV. And we welcome you back to Raider Field. We're in the second inning, and it is 3-0. Nettleton with the lead. Menard to lead off. He shows bunt, watches ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to him from the Mad Dog, and it is a steer-right called outside corner. Beautiful pitch. Maddox retired the Redskins 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning. Here in the top of the second, their leadoff man, Ty Menard, is trying to bunt his way on. He is the 4-hole hitter. He's the cleanup guy. You don't see many cleanup guys with the bases empty trying to bunt their way on, but that's exactly the situation that we got. Next pitch to him is fouled off right in the Raider dugout. Look out. Like Cameron Salo just nearly met a premature end right there. I'm glad Cameron's all right. A lot of screaming going on down there. Here's the next pitch to Menard. Ball outside. Two and two now to count to Ty Menard, the center fielder for these Pocahontas Redskins. The 2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Third strikeout of the game for the Mad Dog. And it's the first out of the second inning. It'll bring up Zane Baltz. He's the third baseman. Throws right, but he bats from the left side. The first pitch to Baltz. Fastball. Misses up and away. 1-0 the count. The 1-0, he swings through, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 on its way, swing and a miss, 1-2 now at the count to Zane Baltz. Pocahontas coming in 10-12 on the year, 8-6 in conference. Nettleton 7-17, 2-10 in conference. Next pitch outside. I believe that makes it 2-2. You will have to forgive me. The scoreboard is usually what I lean on to keep up with the count, and the balls and strikes not working. Swinging a high fly ball. Right field. The right fielder, Bishop, goes back. Excuse me, that's Jensen, and goes over his head. He's rounding for third. The throw to the third. He's plenty of time, and he is out. Heck of a play, heck of a relay there by Bishop. And Zane Baltz will score a double, and then he is, I guess that would be 9-6-5 on the putout. He is gunned down at third base, trying to stretch a double into a triple. Zane Baltz ripped it. It was over the right fielder's head. It's a high fly ball, but got a little bit greedy there. Next pitch, swinging a fly ball to center field. Landon Webb drips back, easily makes the play. He retires Denton Singley, the pitcher. And once again, the Redskins go in order. They do get one hit, however. We're heading to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is still Nettleton 3, Pokey 0. And we welcome you back to Raider Field. Bottom of the second, it's 3-0. Kobe Miller will be leading off for the Raiders. Kobe, the first baseman for Nettleton. They've really been hitting the ball well lately. Hopefully he can continue that trend today. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0 now to count. A little bit of controversy over that Baltz double. We may have to change that to a E9. Jensen got turned around, and we'll just, the jury is still out on that. How about that? According to the Game Changer, it is a hit. My first instinct was a hit, but the next pitch to Kobe Dirty just almost beans him, and that's ball 4. Kobe hustling down to first base, and he might have had designs of advancing to second, but wisely decided to stay at first. And that'll bring up Willie Jensen, the right fielder. Got a little Johnny Cash as his walk-up song. Ain't a thing in the world wrong with that. Kobe Dirty at first base. And Kobe actually attempted a couple of steals in the games Tuesday. Let's see if he decides to do any running. Not going to have to, as Will Jensen is hit by the pitch. And first 2 runners have reached by the walk and the hit by pitch. That'll bring up Mega Seth Bishop. This is his second plate appearance. He walked in his first plate appearance, so does not have an official at bat. But he stands in with runners on first and second, nobody down. Denton Singley. First pitch to him is a little pop fly, shallow center field. The center fielder coming in, and it is not in time. It drops, and it's going to be a single for Bishop, and it's going to load the bases. Kobe Miller advances to third, and Willie Jensen to second, and that'll bring up Landon Webb. Landon Webb, bases loaded, nobody out. Raiders up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Landon Webb with a chance to break this thing wide open. First pitch to him, beans him. So the second batter is at the inning is beaned, and that is a RBI hit by pitch. So Landon will take the run batted in, but that's called getting it the hard way. Kobe Miller trots in the Raiders' 4th run. It makes the score 4-0. Seth Bishop advances to second, Willie Jensen to third. And that will bring out the Redskins coach, Coach Anthony Notzker. Met him. He's a first-year coach at Pocahontas. And very nice young man. And he is giving some encouragement to his troops. Home plate umpire is going to come out there and say, let's speed it up a little bit. I want to be home by bedtime tonight. Doubleheader today. It's a junior varsity doubleheader. So the varsity teams will play 7 innings, and then the junior varsity teams will be right after them with a 5-inning game. Zach Bishop stands in. He is 1 for 1. Had an RBI single in the first inning. Stole second, came around, would have scored, but was thrown out at home plate on a fielder's choice. He's ahead in the count 1-0. The 1-0 to Zach Bishop on the way. Ball outside, 2-0 now the count. Bishop, the left fielder today. 2-0, swinging a shot to left field. It is over the left fielder's head. He made a reaching stab at it. 1 run in. Here comes another. Landon Webb, he's getting the go sign. Ball beats him by 20 foot. He tries to slide in, but he is tagged out. So that'll be a RBI single by Zach Bishop. And Landon Webb will be thrown out at home plate. First out of the inning. Seth Bishop scored. Willie Jensen scored. And so a 2 RBI single by Seth Bishop. He advanced all the way to third on the throw. Okay, official scorings, Zach Bishop, that will be a 2-run double, and he advances to third on the throw. Little tap to the second baseman, and he throws to first, RBI, and gets the out, but it's a RBI ground out for Ethan Duffel. Zach Bishop trots across, and that makes the score Nettleton 7, Pocahontas 0. So base is empty now for Ford Raffo. He grounded to short in his first at-bat. Fielder's choice, swinging a high fly ball, left field. The left fielder trots back at the warning track. He hauls it in right in front of the warning track. And Ford Raffo, who just missed that one, got under it, flies out to left field. That's the third out of the inning. And the Raiders, however, pick up 4 more runs. We've played 2. Your score, Nettleton 7, Pocahontas 0, back in 60 with more Raider baseball on NTV. Third inning about to get underway here at Raider Field. Caleb Sullivan will be leading off for Pocahontas, followed by Eli Risley and Clay Leapopper. Maddox Hampton, first pitch, swinging a ground ball to the second baseman. Ford Raffo throws it over to Cobe Dirty, and that is 4-3 on the putout. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Mad Dog. Mad Dog has faced the minimum. He's allowed 1 hit. A double that fell in right field, but that runner was gunned down at third base. That'll bring up Eli Risley. Steer right called. Good pitch by the Mad Dog. Clipped the outside corner. 0-1 now to count. Here's the 0-1. He shows bunt. Does bunt, gets it down. Maddox Hampton fields, bobbles it, throws, and it is wide. Safe. We'll score that a infield single. Correction, we'll call that a E1. As Maddox unable to field it cleanly, rushed his throw. So a runner on first base is Risley for Clay Leapopper. First pitch is low. Good block by Caleb Tedder. That was a fastball in the dirt, and those things are not easy to block. He slid over and kept the ball in front, kept the runner Risley at first base. Check on the runner. He's back in time. Next pitch gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Risley to advance. Next pitch, swinging a shot to right center field. It's down. Runner stays at second base. That's Risley, and so that's a 1-out single for Clay Leapopper. Puts runners at first and second, 1 down for the top of the lineup, DJ Coffey. Coffey flew out to the center fielder in his first at-bat. The first pitch from the Mad Dog. Shows bunt, pulls it back, watches ball 1 just outside. 1-0 now the count to DJ Coffey. So with the Redskins down 7-0, it's like they're electing to try to play a little small ball. The Raiders in it in at the corners. Bunt, foul, and it's 1-1. Middle infielders are at double play depth, and third base, first base in. Swinging a pop fly on the infield, foul territory. It finds the top of the Raider dugout. So 1-2 remains the count to DJ Coffey. Eli Risley at second, Clay Leapopper at first. Raiders lead the Redskins 7-0 here in the top of the third inning. Maddox Sampton checks the runner at second, kicks and fires, swinging a pop fly, foul, and out of play. Off of Raider Gym. Looks like we are graced by the presence of former Miss Arkansas, Claudia Raffo, is here once again. She is in her last year, starting her last year of pharmacy school. Proud Nettleton Raider. Glad to have Claudia out supporting her younger brother. Fly ball to left field, and Seth Bishop hauls it in. That's the second out of the inning and brings up Zane Hibbard with runners on first and second and 2 down. The shortstop, he struck out his first at-bat. So Maddox Sampton, for the first time this inning, and a little spot of trouble with 2 on. First pitch misses just outside, 1-0. My wife, who's running camera, says he's not in trouble. Didn't mean that in a bad way. Let me rephrase. For the first time, he's got runners on base. How about that? The 1-0 outside, 2-0 now the count. Here's the 2-0. Instead, he steps off, collects his thoughts, gets back on the rubber. 2-0. Swinging a pop fly on the infield. Who wants it? Caleb Tedder misses it. And if any of the Raider coaches listen to this later, I'll be more than happy to work with Caleb on this catching the pop flies behind home plate. I don't mean to sound superior, but he's got to get his back turned to the infield. I've noticed, or if Caleb watches this later, Caleb, get that back turned to the infield, make that play. Would have been nice to give a team an extra out. A lot of times it comes back and bites you in the old posterior. Let's see if Maddox can work around it. Swinging a pop fly, out of play. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a pop fly, left field. Seth Bishop ranging over. Got a beat on it. He makes the play in foul territory. That's the third out of the inning. And the Redskins strand a couple, but the main thing is they don't score any. We're heading to the bottom of the third. It's 7-0 Nettleton. And we welcome you back to Raider Field. Maddox Hampton will be leading off here in the bottom of the third inning. Raiders up 7-0. We have a new pitcher as Maddox fouls that one out of play. The new pitcher is Zane Hibbard. He was the shortstop, and Denton Singley, who was the pitcher, has gone to the catcher position. He has donned the tools of ignorance. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1 out of the count. And DJ Coffey, the catcher, has moved to shortstop. So some defensive changes and a new pitcher, Zane Hibbard. Swinging a fly ball, shallow right field. Right fielder hustling in, cannot get there. That's a base hit for the Mad Dog. Takes a big loop around first base, but he trots back in with a leadoff single. So Maddox 2 for 2 on the day. He's got 2 RBIs. He's also pitched 3 scoreless innings. And that'll bring up Caleb Tedder. The count to Caleb Tedder. We appreciate the great Tyler Wheelis directing the broadcast today, doing a good job. Offensive lineman for the Nettleton Raider football team and MVP for the NTV crew. Runner goes. That's Landon Montgomery, who slipped in the game on me. It's a stolen base, and on the overthrow, he's advancing to third. So we'll call it a stolen base and an E2. And Montgomery at third base now. Nobody out for the Raiders. So Nettleton with the chance to extend this 7-0 lead. If we were playing ping pong, this game would already be over. It'd be a skunk. Tyler Wheelis, our director today, he's the ping pong champion of the Mr. Miller after prom party ping pong tournament. He ain't ever been beat. It's a prestigious title that our man Tyler Wheelis has. Next pitch to Caleb Tedder. Ball outside. That's ball 4. And Caleb Tedder trots down to first base with a walk. Runners at the corners. Nobody down. And Kobe Miller steps up to the plate. Great friend of Tyler Wheelis, Kobe Miller. He is the son of the legendary NTV teacher, Mr. Miller. The brother of Gracie Miller, who was a star on the softball diamond for the Raiders and also the volleyball court. And she is in the press box as they steal second base. Do not draw a throw. She's in the press box right now. Just wants to be close to her dad. Second and third, nobody down. Next pitch to Kobe Dirty. Ball outside, and Kobe watches it go by. I would like to see Kobe slap that thing to left field, but it was outside, and Kobe let it go by. Here's the 2-0 to Kobe Dirty. Ball high, 3-0 the count. I should say unofficially. I'm doing my best to keep up with the count without the aid of the scoreboard. 3-0 to count to Kobe Dirty. He walks on 4 pitches. So the bases are going to be loaded, nobody down, and that will bring up Raiders senior, Mr. NHS, Will Jensen. In his previous at-bat, he was hit by a pitch. First pitch to Jensen is a called strike 1. 0-1 now to count to Willie Jensen. We're in the top of the third inning. Swinging a ground ball to the first baseman. Throw it home, and the catcher unable to corral the throw. Run scores, and we'll figure out how we're going to score it here in just a second. We'll call it a fielder's choice, I guess. Fielder's choice. Fielder's choice E3, I guess, is how we'll charge that. So 8-0 is the score. And the Raiders still have the bases loaded. Nobody down. Seth Bishop at the plate. He has reached safely twice. He walked in the first inning and had a two-run RBI single in the second inning. He's scored twice. Seth having himself a good day. Next pitch to him. In the dirt. Somehow or another, Denton Smith kept it in front. Runners stay put. Zane Hibbard. The pitcher, the starter was Denton Singley. Singley threw 2 innings, and ball is fouled out of play toward Raider Gym. The third inning it belongs to Zane Hibbard. 1 run in this inning, and bases loaded, nobody down. Here's the next pitch to Mega Seth. Steer right called, and that is strike 3. Mega Seth down on strikes. Looked like a breaking ball that caught the outside corner, so very good pitch there by the pitcher, Zane Hibbard. That's the first out of the inning for the Raiders. They lead this game at 8-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. That'll bring up Landon Webb. Landon is 0 for 1. He did reach base safely in the second inning when he was hit by a pitch. Got an RBI the hard way in that plate appearance. First pitch to him. Swinging a shot over Coach Utley's head. Thankfully, everybody's okay down there. Coach Utley might have seen certain episodes of his life flash before his eyes as that ball whizzed over his head. Landon Webb really swinging the bat well today. He struck out in his first at-bat, but he just almost launched one out of here. It was foul, one hopped the wall. Here's the next pitch to him. Ball outside. Landon realizes his high school baseball career coming to a close, and he's wanting to go out with a bang. Playing with a broken left hand, which for a right-handed batter is the pull hand through, but he's a tough kid. He's out there playing. Can't say I blame him. It is a joy to be able to play this great game of baseball. You only get limited opportunities to do it, and Landon taking advantage of it. Here's the next pitch to the Raiders center fielder. Swinging a tap foul to David Utley. A nice play over there by Utley. David Utley, former third baseman for the Raiders back during the Pete Prater era. Made a nice play. Got a nice reaction from the dugout. Next pitch to Landon Webb. Curveball stays up. Landon stays in the at-bat. Full count, 1 out. Bases loaded. And it's ball 4 right over his head. Almost got hit by another one. So Landon Webb has not got a hit in this game, but he's got 2 RBIs. An RBI hit by a pitch and a bases loaded walk. And that'll bring up Zach Bishop. Zach Bishop actually is being hit for Carson McFarland getting the at-bat. Nettleton with a 9-0 lead. Zach hitting the ball very well. He's 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, single and a double. But they are giving a key at-bat here to Carson McFarland. McFarland with the bases loaded and 1 down. The first pitch to him. Steer right call. 0-1 to count to Carson. Here's the 0-1. Ball gets away from the catcher. Chugging home is Kobe Miller, and he scores the 9th run of the game. Correction, that's the 10th run of the game. Advancing to second is Landon Webb. Third is Willie Jensen. 1-1 the count to Carson McFarland. Ball up and in, right under the nose of McFarland. There was a pitch like that incited a bench clearing. I won't call it a brawl, but it was a Donnybrook anyway at St. Louis yesterday, as Nolan Arenado had his bell tower buzz with a high hard one, and he took exception to that. Next thing you know, Albert Pujols and the bench are running out there, and Stubby Clapp is throwing Pete Alonso around like a sack of taters, and it was wild and woolly action at St. Louis yesterday. Those sorry Mets, I haven't liked them ever since the 80s. You knew they'd cause trouble coming in. Swinging a fly ball right field. That may get down. Right fielder coming in, and it's a base hit for Carson McFarland. And 1 run is in. Willie Jensen scores. He had to make sure that one dropped, but McFarland got an RBI single on it. Just placed it between the first baseman and the right fielder. And McFarland is on first base. With 1 out, Ethan Duffel stands in. Landon Webb advanced to third. Landon runs well, was at second, but had to make sure that one dropped in. It was in question to the very last minute, but it dropped in, and McFarland is at first base with a 1-out single. Ethan Duffel stands in. First pitch to him. Swinging a pop fly on the infield. Third baseman calls everybody off and makes the play. Zane Baltz, the third baseman, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. It'll bring up Ford Raffo. Raffo, the 9th batter that the Raiders have sent to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd, they've scored 4. Scored 3 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd here, and 4 here in the 3rd. McFarland at first. We'll see if he wants to do some running. He is. He's off with the pitch. Throw is cut off by the pitcher, but he missed the ball, and it's going to be a stolen base for McFarland, and heck, I guess we'll call that a stolen base for Landon Webb as well. I'm not sure exactly how to score that, to be honest with you. It was the play where they're throwing high to the pitcher, and the pitcher jumped up and high throw off of his glove, and that allowed the run to score. Getting an official scoring from Coach Wade Massey, E2, high throw. And you know what? I agree with that scoring. Not that that matters to Coach Massey, but we'll call it a E2 because I think that's exactly what it was. Raffo back to work, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to the Raider freshman second baseman. Been swinging the stick very well lately. See if Ford can't put a charge into one right here. Ball gets past the catcher. McFarland advances to third. He's in there. Oh, he's out. He is out. It was a tough read for sure. McFarland thought it was far enough away from the catcher for him to be able to advance, but he's caught stealing 2-5. I thought he was in there safely. It looked like he beat it to me, but the umpire is a whole lot closer than I am, and it was the third out of the inning nonetheless. And so Ford Raffo will be leading off the bottom of the fourth for Nettleton. Top of the fourth coming up whenever we come back. It's 12-0 Raiders. Raider baseball on NTV. And we welcome you back to Raider Baseball on NTV. We are in the top of the fourth inning. The Raiders lead 12-0. Jack Privet will be leading off for the Redskins. He struck out in his previous at-bat. He's 0-1 on the 0 for 1 on the day. Maddox mixes with his first pitch. 1-0 now to count. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0 the count. 2-0 inside, 3-0 now to count. Maddox has faced 2 over the minimum through 3 innings. Here's the 3-0. Steve Wright called outside corner, the old automatic. Good 3-0 pitch there for the Mad Dog. Jack Privet, the 3-hole hitter leading off this inning, and he walks, draws a leadoff walk, and a lot of times that's a chicken that comes home to roost. Let's hope that Mad Dog can strand him. It's Ty Menard, the center fielder, next to the plate for the Redskins. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at-bat. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. A little bit offline, and in with a stolen base is Jack Privet. And while Ty Menard is digging in, I say Pocahontas had a very good football team this year. We played them in non-conference action, and bunt back to the pitcher. Mad Dog fields, throws, and retires Ty Menard. However, the sacrifice is good. It'll be scored sacrifice 1-3. That's the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Zane Baltz. Nettleton 10-0 on the season, but let me tell you, Pocahontas gave us a heck of a game. Actually, they were leading at half. They were leading at half, and the Raiders came back and won that game in the second half. Their quarterback, Connor Baker, one of the best high school football players you'll ever see, I promise you. Do not see Connor Baker in the lineup today. Connor's, when we played Pocahontas previously, Connor was their center fielder, just an outstanding athlete. Quarterback and a middle linebacker, and that's a combination you don't see very often, but he was a dandy at both of them. Next level player. I thought he's good enough to play next level somewhere at quarterback. The people who are smarter than I am about football say that he's most likely to be playing middle linebacker in college. I promise you, that young man is a football player, and that was a dang good football team that we played. Good rivalry, Nettleton and Pocahontas. Speaking of Pocahontas, the Baltz name, they've been Baltzes and Pocahontas ever since the founding of the town. And undoubtedly Zane Balt's a part of that proud tradition, and he thought he was trotting down to first base with a walk, but that's a called strike. Swinging a ground ball foul. It runs the count full. Zane Balt's the nephew of Coach Wade Massey, former head baseball coach here at Nettleton. And he draws a walk, second walk of the inning for the Mad Dog. Puts runners at first and third, one down for Pocahontas. Denton Singley will be the batter. Caleb Tedder had a little conference with the Mad Dog. He looks over to the dugout to get the defensive play. He's going to relay that to the infielders. Everything you just saw him do right there means something. There's an indicator in there, and that's a bunt. Mad Dog safety squeeze, play at home, and he's in safely. So I guess we'll score that an infield bunt single. Run scores, and the Redskins are on the board. It's 12-1 now on a RBI infield single by Denton Singley. I believe that is how you score that. If I am wrong, any baseball purist out there would like to correct me, feel free to do so. First and second, one down for Caleb Sullivan. Sullivan grounded out to the second baseman, his first at-bat. Runners at first and second, one down. The 1-0. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. It's through. That's a base hit. They send Baltz home. Actually, they hold him up. I think that's very wise, as he would have been it would have been a close play at the plate, but I believe the Raiders would have got him. So Sullivan, with a single to center field, loads the bases with one out. Zane Baltz, he rounded third, was headed to home, and that's when his coach got his attention and said, "You better stay right there, sir." Eli Risley stands in, bases loaded, one down for Eli Risley, the right fielder. He reached on an error in his first at-bat. It's like Nettleton playing in at the corners, and the middle infielders at double play depth. First pitch from the Mad Dog is a strike. Double play would be awfully nice right here. Next pitch to him, that's a strike called. 0-2 to count to the Mad Dog. So the Mad Dog, who has allowed a couple of hits and allowed a couple of walks in this inning, bearing down right now with the bases loaded and one out. Swinging a foul ball back to the net. Next pitch to Risley. Swinging another foul ball off the screen. Got a good shot there. Landon Webb on the left of your screen, the center fielder. Next pitch, swinging a fly ball out of play, right field. That'll find the stands. Souvenir for one of the many fans here at Raider Field. That one will probably be on eBay by tonight. It's a foul ball by Eli Risley. Will be worth a lot of money one of these days, because I'm sure this young man will do great things with his life. Next pitch to him. He is battling up there for sure, as he is spoiling pitch after pitch from the Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton. Bases loaded, one down. Ball misses. Good eye there by Risley. We're in the top of the fourth. The Raiders scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 5 in the third. They lead 12-1. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Tedder did not know how many outs there were. He threw the ball back like he was heading back to the dugout. Thankfully, the Pocahontas base runners didn't realize the situation. It looked like Baltz could have scored on that as Tedder was thinking it was the third out of the inning. It was the second out of the inning. Thankfully, no harm. That'll bring up Clay Leapopper. The 0-1 is in the dirt. 1-1 now the count. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Bases full of Redskins. 2 outs. Top of the fourth inning. Ball is outside. Maddox 1 strike away. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Maddox Hampton, he strands the bases loaded. Pocahontas gets on the scoreboard, however. They plate 1 in the top of the fourth. Heading to the bottom of the frame, it's 12-1 Raiders. Caleb Mclean will be leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Raiders, who lead the Redskins 12-1. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0 to count. The 1-0. He's hacking, and it's fouled off the screen. 1-1. Now the count to Caleb Mclean. That breaking ball misses low and away. 2-1 now the count. The 2-1 is high. 3-1 to Caleb Mclean. Maddox Hampton on deck. Here's the 3-1. That's ball 4, and Caleb Mclean, who knows his strike zone very well, trots down to first base with a leadoff walk for the Raiders. That'll bring up the Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, starting pitcher today, the ace of this Raider pitching staff. He stands in 2 for 2, 2 RBIs. Good day for the Mad Dog. Swinging a shot to short. Shortstop muffs it, throws to first, and he is safe. That'll be a E6. I was going to let Coach Hampton score that, and Coach Hampton is a man of integrity. If it had been Kobe Miller that hit that, I would have called that a base hit, but we will score that at E6, and Maddox 2 for 3. Let me tell you something. You hit 2 for 3, they'll put you in the Hall of Fame. That'll put you right at 667. That's a heck of a batting average. That's it. Tedder is bunting, and it's going to be a base hit. Infield single. He's bunting to sacrifice, but the pitcher unable to make the play, and so I'm going to score that a base hit on my scorecard. Bases loaded, nobody down for Kobe Miller. And actually, we have a pinch hitter for Kobe. Cameron Salo, the pinch hitter. Salo, a Raider senior, outstanding young man, great NTV student, one of our finishers. He has completed his 3rd year of NTV. That means he knows everything there is to know about the TV business, just like Forrest Gump knows everything about the shrimping business, or his friend Bubba did anyway. Cameron Salo knows everything there is to know about the television business after his years in NTV. And he is beaned. So the first pitch, he's beaned. He doesn't rub it like a man. He just trots down to first base with a RBI hit by pitch. So the bases will be loaded for Willie Jensen. Bases loaded and nobody down. 1 run in the inning. Makes the score 13-1. First pitch to Willie Jensen just almost beans him. Swinging a pop fly. See who wants it. Third baseman, and the umpire alertly said infield fly if fair. So infield fly, Jensen is out. That's the first out of the inning. Good job by the home plate umpire. With runners at first and second or the bases loaded, less than 2 outs. Pop fly on the infield is an infield fly rule. And the umpire astutely made that call. Is on the line, he said infield fly if fair. Looked like it was fair. In any event, he caught it, so that's immaterial. Next up is Seth Bishop. Seth is 1 for 2 on the day. He walked his first at-bat, so he's reached base safely twice. Hit a 2-run single in the second. He bats the bases loaded and 1 down. Ball. 1-1 now the count to Mega Seth. Ball gets past the catcher. Hustling home is Landon Montgomery, and the Raiders up 14-1. Montgomery was the courtesy runner for the Mad Dog. Score that a wild pitch. It might have been a pass ball, but I'll score it a wild pitch just because I'm an old catcher, and I like to give the benefit of the doubt to my fellow donners of the tool of ignorance. Run rule in high school is 10 after 5. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, so the Raiders are going to have to get 3 more outs without allowing them to get within 10, and we'll be done early in this one. That's a walk to Mega Seth Bishop. So the bases will be loaded for Landon Webb. Got a courtesy runner at third. I'm going to have to look and see who that is. Cameron Salo at second. And that'll bring up Landon Webb. Bases loaded, one down for Lando. First pitch to him. That's a ball. First pitch to him, or second pitch, the 1-0 is Steve Wright called. The 1-1 to Landon Webb. Steve Wright called. 1-2 to count. Landon Webb having some words with the umpire, just checking to see where that was. An umpire, in his estimation, says it caught the outside corner. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a base hit through the hole. One run is in, and they're going to hold everybody else. So a RBI single for Landon Webb. That is his third RBI of the day. He's knocked in 3 runs, and the Raiders moving station to station. Bases loaded, one down, and it will bring up Juan Badillo. He'll be pinch hitting for Carson McFarland, who pinch hit for Zach Bishop. The first pitch to Juan gone. Behind him, runners do not advance. Don't know if that's, I guess that's probably what you call sportsmanship right there, if you're up 15-1. Raiders have plated 3 here in the 4th inning. Scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 5 in the third. Next pitch to Salo, or excuse me, to Badillo. It's a Steve Wright call. Juan Badillo, outstanding defensive back for the 10-0 conference champs Nettleton Raider football team, was named. He won that award, the outstanding defensive back. Coach Alan Johnson gave him that award. A really good young man, playing varsity baseball, or playing baseball for the first time this season, and he's been a good hand for the Raiders. Played some center field, does quite a bit of pinch running. As you could imagine, an all-conference defensive back in the 5A East, they better be able to run as fast as the athletes are in this conference. Juan Badillo definitely got good wheels. Next pitch to him, it's a curveball, stays up high. And we believe that to be ball 3. Having a technical glitch with our scoreboard, unable to put the count there. Next pitch, that's Steve Wright called. And I guess that's strike 3. Juan Badillo did not like it, but he's going to have to live with it. And that'll bring up Ethan Hara, second out of the inning. Bases loaded, 2 down now. Ethan Hara. Bases loaded, 2 down for Raider senior Ethan Hara, another Raider who's playing baseball for Nettleton for the first year this season. Steve Wright called on the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Curveball just missed outside. Good eye there by Ethan, letting that one go by. 1-1 now, the count. Here's the 1-1 to Ethan Hara. Swinging a ground ball back to the pitcher, and he gets the out at second base. That will work. Not something you see every day, but Ethan Hara hit the ball, put the ball in play. Good things happen when you do that. We'll score that. Fielder's choice 1-2. The Raiders sent 9 to the plate. They plated 3. We're headed to the 5th inning, the top of the 5th inning, and your score is Nettleton 15 and Pocahontas 1. While we are waiting for the next inning to start, I do want to say a little tribute to a great Nettleton Raider who lost his life this week, and that is Mitch Behringer. Great friend of mine from the class of 1989. Mitch was an outstanding baseball player here at Nettleton back in 88, 89. Coach Fowler's first 2 years at Nettleton. Mitch was Coach Fowler's closer. That's how deep of a pitching staff that we had back in '89. And Mitch was used as a closer, and he was used like a 1980s style closer. He would come into the game 4th, 5th inning, close it down, bounce back the next day, be able to do it again. Just had a what baseball people call a rubber arm. Was a great pitcher and a very good hitter as well. Played some left field for us and hit the ball well. Matter of fact, in the finals of the county tournament, he hit a home run against Jonesboro. We beat Jonesboro 13-4 in the finals that year. Mitch was all-county and was the MVP of that game for sure, as he got the win on the mound and hit a home run from the plate. Played basketball here, was a great basketball player, and played football 1 year. Just a great athlete, good friend. Sadly, he lost his life Tuesday morning, and I want to just say prayers for his family and rest in peace to a great Nettleton Raider, my friend Mitch Behringer. We're in the top of the 5th inning, top of the lineup. DJ Coffey will be leading off. First pitch to Coffey from the Mad Dog, who's trying to nail down a complete game win here. It's a breaking ball that he bunts foul. Seth Bishop hustles across and gets the foul ball. Coffey 0 for 2. He's flied out to the outfield both times. That's a ground ball foul. Coach Notzger unable to make the play. I'm not going to charge him with an error on that since it was a foul ball. The next pitch to Coffey. Ball in the dirt. Makes the count 1-2. Nettleton up 15-1. Maddox Hampton has allowed 4 hits in his 4 1/3 innings of work. He strikes out Coffey looking, and that is the 3rd time of the day that he struck out the leadoff man, or that he's retired the leadoff man, this time via strikeout. It'll bring up Zane Hibbert. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to left field. Mad Dog 2 outs away from getting a complete game victory. Little bunt. Throw was high. Thankfully, they got a tall first baseman, the 6'4" Kobe Miller. He hauls it in, so that'll be scored 2-3, and the Raiders are 1 out away from picking up win number 8 on the season. Jack Privet, second baseman, stands in. He's the 3-hole hitter. He's 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat, walked in his second at-bat. He pops that one foul. It'll reach the seats, and it'll be 0-1 to Jack Privet. Here's the 0-1. Ball outside, 1-1 now to count. Here's the 1-1. That's a ball high, 2-1 to count. The 2-1 is a shot over the third baseman's head, base hit. Left fielder over there to cut it off. I believe that's Juan Badillo out there. Gets it in good order. So Redskins staying alive. Ty Menard will come up to the plate with 2 outs here in what looks to be the last inning. Raiders 1 out away from getting a run rule victory. Ty Menard stands in, the center fielder. First pitch to him is a fly ball to left field. This may do it. Juan Badillo drifts back. He makes the catch, and the Raiders win the game 15-1. We'll take a short break, and I'll have some totals and highlights for you in just a minute. Maddox Hampton, the winner on the mound, a complete game victory for the Mad Dog, and the Raiders pick up their 8th win of the season. We'll take a short break and have the post-game show when we come back. Raiders win this one. Raider Baseball on NTV. And we welcome you to the post-game show here at Nettleton Television. Nettleton wins this one 15-1 over Pocahontas. Nettleton improves to 8-17 on the season. They are 2-10 in conference. Not eligible for state playoff play this year, but definitely playing for pride. And they got a good win today against Pocahontas, 15-1. Maddox Hampton, the star of the game. Maddox got the win on the mound. He threw 5 innings, struck out 6, walked 2, allowed 5 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run, so a good day on the mound for the Mad Dog, and the Mad Dog got the job done at the plate as well, as he was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. He reached safely 3 times, reached as on an error his 3rd time up. So Maddox Hampton, your TMC star of the game. Other heroes for the Raiders, Seth Bishop, he was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Landon Webb was 1 for 2 with 1 run scored and 3 RBIs. He got hit by a pitch and walked, both with the bases loaded. Also had a bases loaded single that plated 1. Zach Bishop was 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. A good game there by Zach Bishop. He was lifted early as the Raiders had the game well in hand, and some of the guys that some of the reserves got some playing time, and Zach Bishop had an early exit. So that's some of the heroes for the Raiders. I'll tell you about one more. Caleb Tedder, he was 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. So a good game for Caleb Tedder behind the plate and also offensively. The Raiders win this one 15-1. The JV game is coming up where we will broadcast the JV game, but we're not going to be able to have commentary on it. So it will be just a video, no audio broadcast, and we'll have that for you shortly. Raider baseball on NTV. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.